Hi, boys and girls. This week, as you know, we're doing some reading and learning about an interesting animal, bats. Bats are an animal that some of us might see outside even. You might know a little bit about bats already. But as you're listening to this book today, see if you can learn some new facts, some true new information from this nonfiction text about this interesting animal. Okay, so I started this on Zoom, but you didn't get to hear the whole book. So I'm going to reread this today, right now. And as you listen, pay attention to interesting facts that you learn. When you're done listening, you can draw and write in your writing folder to share what you learned. Okay, so I can't wait to hear some of the interesting facts that you learned. This is called bats. Here's a photograph of this animal. I'll show you as close as I can. I'm looking at the wings. How interesting. I'm looking at these ears. I noticed some fur on the bat. Let's read to find out true facts about bats. And the photographs are really important to look at. That will also teach you true facts, just looking at the photographs. This says night flight. Bats swoop in the dark sky. Their wings quietly flap. These nocturnal animals take flight while many flying predators sleep. Ooh, we learned about the word nocturnal. Remind yourself what that means. Oh yeah, that's right. So nocturnal animals are awake at night. So here you can see in the photograph, it's dark out. And here that bat is, flying through the dark. Over 900 kinds of bats live around the world. Some form colonies. That means some are together, lots of bats together. Others live alone. Bats roost in caves, trees, and other sheltered places. That's kind of interesting. Here you can see a sheltered place. This one's a cave. Notice that these bats are in a colony. They're sleeping together. Some stay together, and it said some stay alone. Notice how they're hanging. Look at this photograph. Oh, look at that. If you look really closely, you can see that they're hanging upside down. How interesting. Up close. Bats can be many sizes. Some bats weigh up to 3 pounds. The kitty hog-nosed bat is as small as a bumblebee. Oh my goodness, visualize a bumblebee. Oh my goodness, that's how big this type of bat is. Here's a label. It says kitty hog-nosed pup. So it's a baby. Look at how tiny. Wow, maybe you didn't know that bats could be as tiny as a bumblebee. Maybe that's new information for you. Bats are furry, and maybe that's new. Maybe you didn't know that bats were furry. Most bats are brown or black. Some are red, white, or yellow. Bats often blend in with shadows and their surroundings. Look at these furry bats. Maybe that's new to you. Finding food. Ooh, let's notice how bats find food. To find food in the dark, most bats make high-pitched sounds. These sounds bounce off objects and return as echoes. We learned about the word echolocation on our poem, didn't we? This process is called echolocation. So boys and girls, let's think back to that word that we learned. That's a science word. And let's notice this bat is making this high-pitched squeak. And that sound comes out of its mouth and it bounces off of something back to the bat. And that's called an echo. Then the bat can tell how close things are. If it bounced back right away, the bat would know, oh, there's something right there, right in front of me. So it's really helpful. Bats come out at night to hunt. Most catch flying insects. Others nibble on nectar or fruit. Some bats even catch frogs, fish, and mice. Oh, so there are lots of different things that bats can eat. The author's words just taught me that. This one is eating nectar from a flower. But I just heard them, the author said that some bats can eat frogs, fish, or mice. Most bats, though, eat flying insects. So tell yourself one thing that a bat eats. Tell yourself, what is it? Okay, good, you got that in your head. Maybe that's what you want to share when you draw or write. We're paying attention to true facts about bats. Growing up, most female bats give birth while hanging upside down. They catch their pups in their folded wings. Oh my goodness, look at how little this one is. Mom caught it and is holding on to it. Females usually have one pup at a time. Mothers nurse their pups for 2 to 6 months. Pups then learn to fly and hunt. Look at all these pups with their moms learning to fly and hunt. If you look closely, you can see their wings, you can see their fur, you can see their mouths open wide. I'm thinking about those little screeches that they let out. Staying safe. Look at this bat, boys and girls. What a close photograph. Wow, what an interesting looking animal, huh? To stay safe, bats roost in hard to reach places. So think, if they roost in a hard to reach place, ooh, they'd have to be up high, huh? So that they are safe. They watch for owls and other predators. So they don't want to be somewhere where an owl can find them. Some bats live up to 40 years. And that's the end. All right, boys and girls, as you listened to this nonfiction text about bats, your job was to focus on the details and think about something that was interesting to you. In one of your writing folders, I want you to open it up and draw. You can label even, or even write a sentence if you want to share what you learned about bats. Maybe you're thinking about how they, where they live. Or maybe you're thinking about their size. Maybe you're thinking about their bodies and how the fur that they might have, the wings that they have. We saw the wings in all these photographs, didn't we? Maybe you're thinking about echolocation and how that bat listens for the echoes. Maybe you're thinking about what the bat eats. Or maybe you're thinking about the pups and how the mom teaches them to hunt and fly. Maybe you're thinking about the bat staying safe. So settle on 1 or 2 interesting things that you would like to share. I can't wait to see